I said, are we live? All right. So, Reach Over Culture podcast. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to all of the people on YouTube. Shout out to all our first-time listeners. Is this your first time listening? Make sure you hit the subscribe button, review, rate. If this is your first time listening, I want to give you a big welcome. If you came back, I want to give you a big welcome. And if you haven't listened since episode 2. So, that's just how that goes. But, man, we're back with another episode of Reach Over Culture podcast. Just want to give a quick couple of shout-outs to a couple of people that sponsor some of the gear on here. This is Town Gear. You can follow my G at MC Merch. They probably don't have these anymore, or they might. I don't know, but just get over as fast as you can. Shout out to my dog. And he signed this one too, so it's different. And we also have somebody that keeps the wrist looking. She did it. Go ahead and tell the people your name.
Hi, everyone. I am Ryan, founder of Ryan Marie.
And she's also a returning resident. If you tuned into the last episode, we're just giving her some love back. Welcome back. And where can they go to on Instagram to find your product?
_ Ryan Marie at on Instagram, and then the link is also in the bio for the website, which is theryanmarie.com.
The Ryan Marie. Well, shout out to Ryan. You know, we've been shouting out for the last few episodes. It's a blessing to have you on here. You definitely did your thing last episode. So nice. We had to do it twice. What else? Is there any other announcement? We just want to encourage you to stay encouraged during this time. As we're working on getting to the other side of this pandemic that we're in, I've talked to guys 60 that said they've never seen anything like it, and these are guys that have lived through, swine flu, West Nile, and Ebola. It's crazy. I remember when West Nile was, my mom would like buy me video games to make me stay inside. Damn. A summer after she had just forced me to go outside because I didn't like to go outside. So now I was like, Mom, I want to go outside. No, you ain't going outside. She's like, ain't no mosquitoes about to kill you. Like, It's crazy. But in this time, man, we're praying for peace, for joy. If you're like me, this virus is definitely taking its toll on me mentally. As it has a lot of people, and I'm just getting in a stage where I'm fighting back, which is what I feel, when I wake up in the morning, because a lot of lives are being affected. I want to give a special shout out to my first basketball coach, actually, Coach Dickey, out of New Orleans, Louisiana. He was the first dude. When I said I wanted to pick up a basketball, he said, "You're sorry, but we gonna help you." Okay. And he passed from this virus, and a couple of other close family members just being affected. So, peace and blessings to everybody that's been affected by this, that's working to get on the other side of this. We will do as we always do. That's just, on the other side of tragedy is victory. So definitely praying. Anything you want to add to that?
Any shout outs? I would say shout out to the people who are under the essential list, who are still out there working. Yes, man. The nurses and doctors, but the other essentials.
Yes, big shout out to the healthcare workers, man. Shout out to y'all. The beep sound is because I know that's how y'all feel in your hearts. y'all can't say it out loud, but y'all just, you know. And I get it, but y'all are doing an amazing job from everybody that's considered essential to everybody that's considered non-essential. People that's lost their jobs, people that are having to spend a little bit more time with their kids. This thing has just affected us in all different types.
More time with their kids.
Yeah, a little bit more time. Yeah. You know, my prayer is that nobody else in the world has to tell you that your child is bad. That if nothing else in this season taught you something. Because I don't like to tell people that they're children, but I've never told somebody your child is bad. Because it's a self-esteem thing. You know, I don't want to attack their self-esteem, but
you may not use those terms, but
I mean, I don't know how else to put it.
He wouldn't listen. He kept not listening. Anyway, you know,
that's a good way of putting it. That's a good. But in all seriousness, for those affected, praying for you guys. Shout out to all of the healthcare workers. Shout out to all of the churches that's made a way to reach their sheep, to reach the people that's in their congregation. And shout out to everybody that's not only tuning into their own church, but in the other churches and getting inspiration spiritually wherever they can get it, because we need it in every single turn. So, you know, shout out to all of you guys, man. Much love. All right, so this is for my brothers up north. You know, so we did a series in February called "What Men Want," right?
Yep.
So
that was good.
Thank you.
Shout out to P and Rob.
Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to them. Hold on. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Shout out to P and Rob, man. My right and left hand in no particular order. So we did this series, What Men Want. I'll tell you something. I wrote that whole series in like a day. It wasn't even, I forgot what February was even going to be. I ain't going to lie to you. It was going to be something totally different. But, you know, that was a God-given idea. And so, you know, when I saw the feedback from it, I was honestly shocked. But I knew we would get good feedback from it, just traction from it to begin with. But I didn't know we would get as much traction as we got. So, to be fair, the series was predicated on misconceptions that women may have of men and what millennial men want. Now, I'm going to start this off by giving this precursor like I do all the time. I don't speak for all men. I can't. I refuse to, because men are different. Men are real different. Super different. Really different. And I'm not judging. You know, a lot of men don't think the same. They don't think the same, but they operate out of the same space. So, I also had ladies hit me up and say, all right, well, who gonna respond to this foolishness? I said, that's fine. I'll call a couple of them up, because I'm pretty sure there's a couple that want to speak their piece on it. Right, so it's not only yourself. It's gonna be a couple of other ladies that bless the platform, because you know I figured, because at first I wasn't. At first I was gonna be like, that series wasn't for y'all. You know what I'm saying, there they go. They want to put their hand. Yeah, what about, you know? That wasn't for y'all. That was for my brothers up north. Y'all think I just be saying it. That was for my brothers up north and them. That was for, like, you know, that was for Kiki and them. Shout out to Malcolm. Shout out, you know, that was for them. Shout out to Lid. That was for them. That wasn't for y'all. You know what I mean? So, but, you know, fair is fair. So I have my friend that I've known for some time. It's been a few years now, actually. One of the most gracious people that I know. One of the most warming and welcoming people that I know. That's no cap. That's no cap. I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean that. Trust me. You've never heard me say that about Rob and P. You know, I love them. It's my guys. I love them. Those are my guys. But nah, I just don't. You know. So, all right, let's get right into it. So, we're gonna start off by you responding to a couple of things that we said. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had to go back and listen because we was talking a little crazy. Yeah. I had to go back and listen because I'm gonna stand on what I said. Now, if you just so happen to say something to sway my opinion the other way, I'm gonna do that.
You might have to remind me.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stand on what fellas. I'm gonna try to stand on what I said. But if she got a point, she got a point. But if you know me, you know I'm a fighter. I don't go down easy. So, the first episode, we talked about top 4 things that men are interested in women. Mm-hmm. One of them, the common, I'm going to give you 2 of the common undertones of what me, P, and Rob said. And we had other men agree with this. First thing was looks. Mm-hmm. Second thing was a woman that listens. To that, you say what?
For the first 2?
Yeah. Those were the main 2 that dudes had agreed on. What do you feel about those being 2 of the top interests in women today?
I would agree. I would agree with looks. 'Cause that's the bait. That's the hook.
She said it. I didn't. She said it. Let me get it together now. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Is it shallow for men to put looks at the top of their list? Answer carefully, because I'm going to get at you.
I would say only if they themselves are a reflection of that. Like, if you want somebody who, say my list is like, I want someone that dresses well. Mm-hmm. Now, if you ain't got no type of style, how why would you want something that you don't have? Mm-hmm. Or you don't walk out yourself or live out?
Right.
So, I mean,
yeah.
You want someone you're attracted to, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. but you put so much emphasis on looks. What mm-hmm. are you yourself doing to make yourself also presentable to that person you're desiring?
Yeah, right.
And listening, of course. Everyone wants someone who listens. Mm-hmm. That's how you get to know one another. Like, why are you the way
Let's
you
go back
are?
to the list thing real quick.
Okay.
So, that's so you want, all right, the way you dress is one thing, right? Mm-hmm. Dressing is one thing. We're talking about physical attraction, physical looks, mm-hmm. right? Because you can change somebody's style around, right? Yes. But you can't change their face. Mm-mm. His face is just going to be what it is.
It is. Yeah.
Right? Me and P we felt very strongly about this. I'll say it again. Everybody got their types, man.
That's true.
Everybody got their types, and we're not saying that like the
Each
next
to their own.
You know what I mean? We're not saying that like the next Denzel and Derek Luke. We saying it's P and Raheem. Like, who are we? We just know we know where we fit. We know we know our spectrum. We know the scope of what we working with. And so I'm about keeping the same energy, So,
It's not shallow, to answer your question. It's not.
Okay.
It's not shallow.
Thank you.
You want something to be attracted to.
Thank you. Now, you say, are you doing it all yourself? So for my brothers that like have a certain type of woman, but their personal lifestyle or their own personal looks may not because I said this about women. I said a lot of women are attracted to dudes that they can't get. They're attracted to dudes that don't want them. Does that make them shallow? I gotta. No, I told you I was gonna get her. I told you I was gonna get her.
That does not make us shallow.
Shout out to my brothers up north. That don't make y'all shallow?
No.
But all right, because
I mean, if you ask them, it depends on their why. Because it goes deeper than that. Because people want someone that they can flaunt, but that person is more than what they can flaunt.
So why do women? Why do women that?
I know they be like, I want men who got muscles,
right?
And who did it? And
right.
In the gym,
right?
I'm like, well, are you in the gym?
Right?
Because he gonna be in the gym
right.
all the time to keep the muscles.
Right.
So I would say I want someone who's healthy.
Okay.
Who has a regimen.
Okay.
You know. I wouldn't mind working out with them. That's cool.
Yeah.
But everyone's style of working out is different. You know, I wouldn't say I'm a runner, but I can go, you know, I could work that elliptical. Like I got you, boo. Like you over there doing your thing. I see you.
So why are women able to get away with it and dudes aren't?
Wait, what?
Why are women able to get away with that? Women are able to get away with, I want X, Y, and Z in a dude, even though they don't do that themselves. Or they shooting at a rim that's not your rim to shoot on. You shooting on a 12-foot, you need to lower it to an 8, right? But then you look at the dudes that's on your rim level, and it's like,
maybe something.
I'm not gonna settle. You know, that's their favorite line. I'm not gonna settle. And I got a couple people to blame for this. A couple of pastors, a couple of just regular people. I got a couple people to blame for this whole I'm not gonna settle for X, Y, and Z. But the thing that you want ain't settling for you. So why? That's
like another podcast.
But that's what women do. And I'm trying to understand how they get away with it and dudes don't. Dudes can't get away with stuff like that.
Y'all do get away with that.
Who get away with what?
With having. Yeah.
As soon as we try to shoot at a woman that's not on our level, we get called out for it.
By who? The woman?
By women in general. Like she don't even like you like that. Like you want the model chick, but you ain't no model yourself. Like dudes get vindicated for that. Like Flavor Flav ruined it for us all. He ruined it for us all because from what I understand, from what I've been told from in the scope of things. You see a lot of dudes have a string of women that probably wouldn't be interested in them without a certain amount of success, a certain amount of money, whatever. Mm-hmm. That in turn inspires the average Joe that don't have that amount of money and don't have that amount of success to then feel like he can do that within his own scope of friends, his own sphere of influence. And so, but women will call that out like, you're not him. But you're not this person. You're not Michael B. You can't do what Michael B does because you ain't Michael B.
Yeah. I would say they get away with it only because we search out something that we kind of need. So, me personally, like, you know, like I would like someone who's taller than me. The reason behind that is it's a security thing. You know, not that I'm not shoot shots at nobody short, guys. No, that is not it. But that's just my preference, you know? That's not. Stop. But I mean, so for a woman to say, like, they want a man who's tall, who has muscles, blah, 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 like, it really does stem down to, like, I just want to feel that security. Or you see a woman who's with a guy who ain't even dead. I don't even know how the man got that woman, but the man is very nice.
Shout out to my brothers.
And then that woman, she needs that. She needs someone that's nice to her. I'm trying to think of the word right now to go along with that, but that's what she's needing. So I would say I think that's why it does kind of get pushed under the rug, or it goes undetected because you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you know.
There's a lot of double standards that I'm looking to uncover, because the perception is that men get to get away with all the double standards. I'm not going to completely disagree with that. But I'm going to say it's a lot more even than women give it credit for. I'm going to say it's a lot more even, especially in the climate that we're in today with hot girl summers and these different things like that. So, and a good listener, to go back to that real quick, I didn't really get a lot of pushback on that. I did ask women that I know, women that are, you know, close to me or whatever, to listen to a couple episodes, see what they thought. I didn't really get a lot of pushback about being a good listener. I think from what I've gathered, a lot of women would like to be good listeners. What I found is a lot of women aren't willing to admit they're not good listeners. I listen. No, you didn't.
They listen too hard, maybe.
They listen to, I said that some men like the Melizzo. They heard that I had a problem against plus size women. This is something that a woman's actually.
It's like, I didn't hear that.
Like
everyone has
that,
their own
right?
preference.
Right. Like you got your preference. And any dude that's going for the Lizzo, that's what he like.
Go get your Lizzo.
Don't be fooled. That he knows that's in his scope. Dudes are only gonna shoot at the rims that they know they can hit. Every once in a while, they'll go Steph Curry and try to just bomb that mug from way. But a lot of times, they're going to take them layups and they're going to take them dunks when they can get it. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I say, did you really listen? Or do women listen to what they want to listen to?
Yep.
What about you, TJ? You think most women are good listeners?
I'd say 50-50. Just talking for me, myself. I get it. But talking from, of course, the perspective of a woman,
right.
I would say on the half where I'm like, we tend to maybe listen too hard because we use a lot of words between each other, women and women, and there's a lot of detail on colors and all this, and so we have like a whole picture painted of what's needed, what's lacking, blah blah blah. But when a man is saying something like it's just a straight shot and that's that, and we try to like, well, what about this, and well, how'd you get there, and what, you know, instead of like, no, like, this is just, I went to the store, that wasn't there, so I didn't get it. That's it, you know.
That'd be it.
So I'd say like try to grab for other stuff to.
And let me say.
So I'd say that.
Let me say.
That's my piece on it.
You know, I'm not gonna cap with you. A lot of times that don't be it.
Well, what is it? Why y'all just be like?
That's what I'm saying. You're doing exactly what you just accused the women of doing. Can't ask questions. You just want to know all the answers. Sometimes we ain't got all the answers. Sometimes we don't even know what we thinking ourselves. So when you come with the logic on why I did what I did, and I don't even understand the logic on why I did what I did. It's going. And it ain't even the fact that you want logic. I'm a logical person. I would like logic. I like logic behind anything that anybody does. Right? Y'all hunt down logic. Right? Y'all go after it like it's a research paper. Y'all trying to get an A. Right? And I'm not here to be studied. I'm not here to be researched. Now, at the same time, I'm not here to say, I do tell people to mind their business. That's a flaw of mine.
Mind your business.
Yeah, that's I be telling people mind their business. But I told somebody that earlier today. It's crazy. It is because don't ask me 50 million questions.
Your skin be glowing.
Yeah,
you're good.
I feel powerful when I tell somebody to mind their business. I know I'm not gonna be able to get away with that all the time, so I use it. But women. So this is why I say dudes love a good listener. I think I said this in one of the episodes. You can be the hardest dude in the world, stone cold killer. I know a couple of them. I know some of the softest dudes in the world. I know a couple of the hardest dudes in the world. I know medium guys like myself. Not really that hard. Not really that soft either. I'm I'm still trying to figure out if it's just something that we're born into, or if it's just a thing of cycles. But a lot of dudes they don't feel heard. They don't feel, like you said last episode, they don't feel like they can just voice their opinion without getting combated with, like, why do you feel this way? That's not how that is. That's not how that goes. And a lot of dudes aren't like myself that can have a conversation, especially a lot of African American dudes. A lot of black dudes aren't like that, because a lot of black dudes that come from these different environments don't know how to express themselves. So, it's true. For any woman that's just willing to just sit there and listen, ladies, I'm gonna tell you, you try to shoot your shot, just sit there and listen. You gonna make a bucket. Whatever man of your dreams, unless he just full of himself, then you out of that. But you want to know one of the quickest ways to a man's heart is just sit there and listen. That's it. That was one of my mother's biggest strong suits. She would just sit there and listen. It was just whatever. Any woman that I've ever had close relationship with are just good listeners.
Now, I have heard with the listening thing, like, just your response should be nothing unless you guys request it. Like, for us to be like, well, do you need help with that? Does that
that's
does
tough.
That make y'all feel indifferent? I wouldn't say disrespected or like you can't handle it.
No, it does. It does make, again, men have egos. They got pride. So, and a lot of women I found that do offer their 2 cents. This is where you have a balance. If you're always offering your 2 cents in everything that a dude does, from the way he brushes teeth, you want to be his pastor, his teacher, his driving instructor. You want to show him how to wash dishes, wash clothes, like all the stuff that he does on a regular basis before he met you, and you want to come in and reconstruct the way that he does it. And if you're a woman that has to put her 2 cents in every single thing that a dude does, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to want that from you. You're going to be like, keep that, say that until I need you to cash in that check. Now, if you're a woman that has a good balance, offering suggestions every now and again, then you can get away with putting in your 2 cents.
That's good.
You know what I mean? So, yes, but a lot of times dudes do feel disrespect because we got egos, we got pride. We want to feel like we know it all. It's just something innate in us. I wish I could tell you where it just came from. I wish I could just tell you that that's just what I saw my pops do and all that. But it's just, it's just some
genetic makeup.
It's just if I don't know. Then I gotta try to figure it out for myself. It's dumb. It's prideful. It's ego, but it's just how men are built.
Understood.
So, in a world where today, feminism. Am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
Feminism. Am I saying that right?
Feminist movement.
Feminist movement. In the world today, where that is, along with a lot of other agendas, is being pushed to the forefront, right?
Yep.
Now, I want to preference this.
Okay.
For all women, getting their equal shot, getting their equal slice of the pie. I don't believe that if we're both qualified for the same job, same amount of accolades, same education, that I should simply get the job over you because I'm a man. You might be a better fit for that team. Yeah. So I believe in equality for all parties involved. Men, women, if a dog's smarter than you to get the job, the dog's going to get the job. Get the dog the job. Yeah. Like, obviously, he can do the job better than this dude can. Get the dog the job, right? I'm for all, I'm for equal playing time for everybody. Here's where I got a little pushback from the episodes. Was that I said I'm for equality, but to the definition of a feminist, I am a feminist because I just believe in the equal rights of all women. But am I a radical feminist? Nah.
I'm not either.
Because, again, if you find out that your female colleague and if you find out you and her doing the same as that job, got the same experience, but you making 40 more grand than her, right? What are you gonna do? You gonna go to your boss and be like, this isn't fair. She should be making as much as, Because if I'm your boss, you know what I'm gonna say? All right, well, I'm gonna cut yours in half and give it to her. You know what a lot of dudes gonna be like? No. Listen, I'm for the double standards because it helps me win. That's me at 27. That's my maturity speaking. I admit that, but you know, in a world where I feel like we got a lot of stuff going against us in the first place, I gotta take every little W I can. So I'm not gonna talk down on a woman if we both going for the same job. I'm not gonna talk down on you to boost myself up. But if they pay me 50 more thousand than you, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And then go about and do my job, yeah. So how do you feel? So in a world where that is present, why are women or are men wrong for feeling like women today are more interested in being in competition with men rather than relationship with men? Are we wrong for feeling like that?
No, not at all.
I said it.
I would agree.
She said I did.
I agree with that. Why? I just look at it, and not even in like the corporate world, but just in life in general. As I referenced on the last episode about the feminist movement being, rooted out of bitterness because of bitterness and hatred for man keeping them in their box, when we do have brilliant ideas, we do have all of these things that we've set to do, and so do men, you know, and that's awesome. That's what makes us great companions. But I feel like today we've overstepped our boundaries by a lot, like to the point where with science, where, we can go get, if I wanted a baby, I can ride up to the clinic, and say, hey, I want sperm from a man who's 6 whatever. He need to be this amount of weight. No history of this. Like, I literally can create my own perfect whatever. And so it kind of puts y'all in a weird space where, like, okay, well, I'm like the counterpart to help make life, and you look like you got that all handled. So, okay, so that's one area that you guys are pushed back on to make us quote unquote equal. When kids are made out of relationship, they are made out of relationship, you have, trying to think, sorry, my brain's going blank right now. Other areas. I mean, you have the woman who likes to tear down maybe her man if he tries to overstep, when she may or may not be making a lot of money in the home, but her job may be demanding, and there's a fight, they're like, well, you need to stay at home, we don't know. I mean, everyone's different, of course, in their upbringing on how they manage those situations, but a lot of cases, like, the arguments it like stems from that, even though they're 2 different time periods, but it's still very prevalent now in how we do things. A fireman can also be a firewoman, it's so many different areas that it's been more of competition and equality push versus like, hey, like, I respect that you and I do the same thing, like, that's cool, like, maybe you can teach me to do things, or like, me as a woman, like I do work with men. Actually, I think, they're kind of outnumbered. It's 2 men against 3 women. But in the beginning, it was equal, like two on two, and learning from them with how to do things, and we'd be able to teach them how to do things. Like there was a mutual respect, like no, like, oh, your way is wrong. So I'd say that's partially why I agree with that. I did have other examples, but
I mean, it might be. I don't know. It might be that's. I don't.
It's rough.
But it's like media. It's because again, it's tough to be like a guy in my position, because I know a lot of guys that don't believe in women and being in any position of power because they're emotional and I mean dudes are emotional too. So, but because a lot of women wear a lot of women wear their heart on their sleeves, and just different reasons. And I mean, it could just again be purely from a sense of competition. You were always taught that men would reign superior to women. That's just what you're born with. So your innate nature is to say she shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, it's a man's job. Now
you have the single mothers though.
You got the single mothers. You got the single mothers
who've had to be mom and dad. I'm a byproduct of that. Yeah. Even though my mom met my stepdad later on, but we were a single parent home, Yeah. So me, like, I wouldn't say I have as much of a pushback from like trying to be in competition, but I will say when it comes to allowing men to step in and I guess like take care of me in a way of like pursuit, like I can open my own door, I can throw away trash, like that's what I grew up doing. So stepping back to allow that man to be a caretaker, it has been a challenge, in some cases. And I mean, thank God for the men that I do have in my life that they'll walk me to my car.
Do y'all understand how frustrating that is?
We don't.
When your mammy didn't raise you a certain way. Because here's the thing, again.
It's hard because it's just.
It ain't really even y'all. I can't speak for all men, but what I say personally and from the people that's around me, it's not the fact that y'all want to do everything on y'all own and y'all want to be Wonder Woman. Honestly, for a lot of millennial dudes, do your thing. What's Kima gonna say if she ain't see me open your door? That's what it's about. What Ruby gonna say? My grandma Ruby just turned 72. What's she gonna say if I don't open that door? I can never get away with, Ma, she don't want me to open the door. She don't want me to do this. She don't want me to do that. And my mama understand, because she understands the climate. She understands where women are at. She understands, right? And she'll have that talk with the whoever I'm on the side, like, you got to relax. Yeah. He's not trying to bulldoze you. This is how he was just raised.
Be patient with us.
It's really frustrating. But, I'll say this. Women, I believe, y'all are in every right to feel like y'all have to compete with men. I believe that because we've set the standard for competition. You only get beat up so much and get beat by 20 points. You only gonna take that for so long before you like, I'm tired of getting beat and like everything. It's the same. It's not the same magnitude, but it's the same thing as race relations. Like at some point in time, you're gonna get tired of being stepped on and stepped over because you're a woman, and because we've had a lot of men in power, from something as small as the house dad, the father, to men in government. Yeah. We've always set a precedent, especially in this country, that men make the decisions. Men decide how the world goes, which is crazy because when you go back in biblical times, there were a lot of female rulers, there were a lot of female emperors, and even to this day, like, I mean, the UK is ran by, like, their whole anthem is based off of a woman, and they seem to be doing a little bit better than us.
Oh, yeah.
Now, listen.
low key.
Now listen.
Now
listen. I'm always fight for my brothers up north. All right.
You talking about Canada?
Listen, I'm always fight for my brothers up north. You know, because I'm a guys, and I gotta side with my guys. I gotta ride with my guys. You know, that's just me. But I feel like women have every right to feel like they should be in competition, or they feel like they have to fight in competition because we've set that precedence. We set that tone. Now, shout out to Lid, my little brother. I love him to death, right? We got into a lot of fights as kids. A lot of fights. I'm fighting almost every other day. And I was winning every other day, you know. And there was never going to be a moment where it was never going to be a moment where I let him win. It just wasn't my character. It just wasn't my nature. So while we have set the precedent that y'all have to fight for y'all piece of the pie, at the same time, y'all got to be prepared to get that fight back. Yeah. That's the only thing that I have an issue with, is men do X, Y, and Z to keep women out of certain positions. Oh, yeah. Again, this is a competitive world. Humans are competitive beings. It just is what it is. All the way back to Adam and Eve. Eve wanted a leg up. Now, it wasn't her fault. Adam was sitting right there like, did it taste good? Like, what it taste like? Oh, you know something? You know the truth of life? Oh, give me that. I got to be on the same level. Yeah. We got to be on the same playing field. Yeah. So it's been like that since the beginning of time, from Cain and Abel, Adam and Eve, Rachel, all these people. So humans as a whole have always had a need to compete with each other. It's way deeper than just man, woman, black, white, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Competition is just a part of human nature. Even back in the gods, Lucifer got dropped because he was trying to compete. It's just what it is. Competition is just the nature of being. But so in that, ladies, fight for your piece of the pie. I'm all for it. Yeah. But I'm on the other side.
Like, don't get too aggressive.
Yeah, I'm on the other side, and if it's a fair W, I'm gonna take it. That's just what it is. And this is coming from a man that is a competition. Now, mind you, I get a W, we get a W. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to blow it. You know, how can I help you? Yeah. But I'm going to get that win first. I'm giving you the mindset of the man 2020. We going to get the W first because we can control. You play Monopoly, right?
Oh, yeah.
The more property you buy up, the better you in a position to win a game, right? All right. Oh, yeah. So shout out to my ladies up north as well. All right. Wrapping up. So I'm gonna give you the same type of questions that I gave our fellas. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Like, I had fellas hit me like wondering what women want. A lot of us already think we know. I'm not one of those people, but a lot of us already think we know what women want. That's our downfall. I tell my brothers up north, like, I know. Okay, you think that, you believe that. I don't know. So this is why I'm posing these questions. Non-negotiables. Now, I want you to give me a couple of your personal ones and a couple of ones that's just in general for ladies. And if they go together, then they go together. But non-negotiables.
All right. So personal ones. I would say someone who, like, I'm big on health. So I would say someone who's healthy and physically and
spiritually, emotionally, all that.
Yeah. Like, you gotta
healthy.
Yeah, gotta be healthy.
But love
healthy
it.
Things grows.
Love one.
Healthy thing grows. Second thing. Someone who could make me laugh. Like, I love laughing. I am a goofball.
Shout out to the goof troops.
Like, I like that. I love laughing.
Right.
So I would say those two are my personal things.
Non-negotiables?
Yeah, you know
the dude gotta make you laugh? What if he just not funny?
I wouldn't say not funny. Have a sense of humor, like, you know, find things that are funny.
But does it have to be your sense of humor? Because I'll tell you right now.
I know, because some people may not find what I find funny, and they be like, "Well, I don't," you know. I'm like, okay. Oh, I'm dead.
That was hilarious. Like, I had somebody show me like 50 TikToks the other day. That was crazy, bro. Yeah.
I mean, yes, I would say someone has the same sense of humor.
That's strong.
That is strong. Because, I mean, when you can laugh with someone about stuff, that grows bond. It grows people together. If you can laugh. And my mom always told me, like, if you could find someone who can laugh through the hard times, like, that really gets you through things, too, you know?
Let me ask you something.
Yep.
Because we just, this is only going to be set for, like, 40 minutes, but we here now. So, how much do you fake a laugh?
How much do I fake?
Yeah, like, you know, a dude come up to you like, what's up? Boom, 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 boom. You know, they try to throw like a little. How many times? Not even just for yourself, but on average, how many women out there fake laughing at stuff that's not funny?
I can only speak for myself.
Okay.
I can't speak for.
I'm saying
I don't know Sally. I don't know Cindy. Rachel.
But you know Cindy tendencies though. And you didn't see Cindy laugh at some stuff that she would look at another space and was like, you wouldn't even laugh at, like, no, like you can't speak for Cindy and Sally, but you know what's going on out here. How many of these women out here fake laughing? For my brothers up north, we gotta know.
How many?
Yeah, because whenever a woman laughs at my jokes,
we all fake the fake laugh.
You know, I don't. That's the thing. I don't fake laugh.
Why not?
I don't have it in me.
I mean, there's like levels. Okay, I wouldn't say it's a fake laugh. It's a level thing. Like, you know, you have the ones, but then you got them one laughs that you just, like, everything just comes loose.
But don't you have a lot of women that's just like, it's like, bruh, I knew what I said wasn't even that funny. So I know you ain't fine. And even if you did, fine. Like, I've had the unfortunate experience of plenty of women, like, telling a joke, laughing at their own joke. And I'm just sitting there like...
I've had those moments.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but, you know, I shrug it off. This is me personally. I've seen it.
I can vouch.
I'm like, hey, I mean, I'm still gonna laugh about it.
But my brothers up north,
how
they're getting fooled.
Every single woman had fake laughs. I'm just gonna give you that simple answer.
But we asking how much that, because we talked about this. We talked about accidental flirting, right?
Yes.
So we talked about on the side of men, where women might get the mistake that we're flirting with them, and maybe we are, but maybe it's just most of the time it's just be kind of accidental. It depending on what type of men you tell. Some men, that's all they know is game.
Yep.
Fair. Some men don't mean to flirt, but it comes off as flirting, or it may be deemed as flirting, and that's just not how that. So I take women fake laughing as a sense of trying to flirt. So would you say that a lot of women fake laugh in efforts of just trying to flirt back with a dude that's flirting with them?
I'd say 70%.
So how I know?
Yes.
She said
30% no. Because some of them, that 30% could be uncomfortable.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Ladies, stop setting up my dogs, man. Stop setting up my guys by fake laughing. Because then they come back to guys like myself, and they're like, yeah, man, you know, it's boom, boom, boom. And you making them fall for the trick.
But you'll know,
a lot of
like,
dudes
if you don't know how you not know how to read women?
Ryan, I'm telling you something that God loves. A lot of dudes don't know. A lot of dudes tell the same joke to me thinking I'm going to laugh. Be like, yeah, man.
But you could just tell by I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm a very observant person.
I ain't going to lie to you, Ryan. For dudes, I can understand for dudes how it's easy to tell a fake laugh for a dude. But for women, you just don't be knowing. They get to showing all 100 teeth.
Over exaggerated.
Yeah, it's like, man, I go off of my own feelings. I didn't feel like what I said was that funny.
Then I would go off of that. That's
right.
a good.
Or if
that's
it's not consistent, fellas, I'm trying to give you a key.
That's a good mediator.
If you said the joke 2 weeks ago and she died,
please don't repeat jokes.
No, but this is a way to test it. If you say the same joke 2 weeks later in a different form, different way, same premise, different way of doing it, right? Like I might have 10 different cap jokes because it's timing. It's like boom, boom, boom. She did this cap. 2 weeks later, I did this cap. It's the same joke. It's funny. But if she died the first joke but don't die the second one, she playing. Think about it.
Maybe.
I know you don't want to give out all the keys. I know you don't want to give out all the keys.
That's not even that. I literally was about to put in my little piece. I was like, you never know what went on that day. We got a lot going on. And one day
a guy that knows how to make you laugh
would always make you laugh.
Yeah. Like I know how to make Mel laugh. Mel's a goof troop. I know how to make her laugh. It takes little to no effort. Honestly, I think depending on what our mood is that day, like we may not really be in the mood, and we may give you. Laugh. I've seen Mel upset and pissed off and mad, and she will laugh at the same ignorance that I showed 2 weeks ago that day. Now she'll go back to being mad, and then go back to just stop forcing me to laugh. Like it be like that.
It's complicated.
So you like Charles. I'm pretty sure Charles knows what makes you laugh, right?
Oh yeah.
Rain, sleet, or snow.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
But even if I'm not in the mood and he's trying to do that, I won't really laugh. I'm like, go away. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you stone cold.
I'm like, no, like I'm not like.
We call you a tough crowd in the men round.
I'm sorry.
It's a tough crowd.
I'm sorry. Maybe I was the best to ask this question.
Man, I tried to tell her, hey, tough crowd tonight, huh? Right.
I would say measure the level of a laugh.
All right. So non-negotiables. Somebody has to make you laugh. So non-negotiable. Mm-hmm. And what was the other one?
Someone that's healthy.
Someone that's healthy. So that's your two personal non-negotiables. Yeah. If you had to guess, for most women, give me two non-negotiables. Yeah.
Non-negotiable. Someone who has a good job.
Okay.
And general.
There's a lot of them, I know.
I know.
Take your time.
Good job. Has a vision for his life. If you just, there's some areas you just don't know. But
you think that's a non-negotiable for most women? You sure? Because a lot of my brothers up north are getting play out here, and they ain't got no vision for where they trying to go.
Oh gosh.
And and my dogs. This isn't to shoot at y'all. It's not.
You know where you going, man?
I don't see it. They say it. I seen that said a lot.
All right.
But I don't see that manifesting in a lot of women's
good job.
lives. Yeah.
And I'm gonna say knows how to manage money well.
You know what? That probably makes sense.
I'm gonna stick with those two.
Because they're gonna spend it. They're gonna spend that money. You learn how to manage that money well. Fellas, I'm telling you something. Yeah, fellas, I'm telling you something. That God love, that's a battle you never, ever, ever gonna win. Even when you thought you won, you lost. In the long haul. When you thought, I've spoken to older women, younger women, women in between. Fellas, you think you winning that money battle, you not. You can tell her no 50 times this year. When she divorced you 5 years from now, she getting that 50 times back. These are how women think. You better know the game. Better break bread and fake dead.
No.
I'm trying to tell you something.
No.
Just give her the money, G. You go give it to her anyway. Yeah. So I can see how women want a man that knows how to manage the money that they're gonna spend. Mm-hmm. I can't control myself. Hopefully, you can give me some guidance.
Yep.
I feel you.
That's my list.
I feel you. So non-negotiables. Now, wait, you didn't say looks. You ain't say looks. So that's not a thing for women?
I would say maybe like third on the list.
For women?
Yeah.
Like in general?
I would say so. Because they're looking more for stability. Like, that's been ingrained in us. You marry someone who's going to take care of you. So you want to make sure they have a good job, and is able to manage their money well.
Makes sense. Even if he's not somebody you're physically attracted to.
But there has to be some type of attraction. Like, So I would say it'd be third. That would be the third thing on the general
like
list.
A close third or a distant third?
A close third.
Close third?
Yeah.
All right. So I asked a couple of my guys that I know that are pretty smart. Just a couple of questions that they have for women in general. Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. What's the biggest misconception about women? I told you he was gonna wish you. I sent you them questions earlier.
Put me in the hot seat. Okay. Misconception that we're gold diggers. We're not all gold diggers.
Ooh, is that a misconception?
It is.
Or is that proven to be kind of true?
I would say a person is only considered a gold digger if this woman.
Because we living in the era of Instagram models.
I know, and that's all they
and
want. But then there's some of the models that really aren't. They may be perceived that way, but there's some of them that aren't like that.
All-time high.
Ugh, I can't stand thirst trapping.
Now, mind you, I put that responsibility on us as well. I told all my guys like, yo, the Instagram, the Instagram models and hot girl summer is because of us. That ain't because of them. That's because of us.
I even had to stop following some guys because they was thirst trapping. I ain't got time for that. Delete, block, unfollow.
I don't follow any guys that thirst trap. Ain't my portion. But shout out
I would say
to
that
the
we're
brothers
all,
up.
all
Matter of fact, all my guys go out there thirst trap this summer, man. Fight back.
Don't listen to him.
Fight back. Fight back. Especially after this whole thing, after this whole fiasco is done, women about to get out here and act a fool. Yeah,
they are.
But gold diggers. I'll take that. Especially in an era of competition. I can imagine that most women aren't gold diggers when they're trying to be the one that's getting gold. Yeah. If anything, the man is a new gold digger.
Ooh, why you say that?
It's true. And whatever floats your boat, my G.
It's like,
whatever floats your boat, baby. Like, look, I know a couple of dudes that's like, hey, man, I'm just trying to get me a successful woman. I'll stay at the crib with the kids. I ain't mad at you.
See, now that's just laziness.
That's so what? The man can't be at home with the kids if the woman make all the money.
I'd have to hear there's reasons behind it.
But I'm saying though, it's 2020.
But it's just what I'm behind. Like my business and everything gets to pour back into men to encourage them to
pour back into men so they can be the house husband that you need. Isn't that how life has went for the last 500 years?
He out here like
you don't have to tiptoe. Ain't that how life has went for the last 500 years? Right? Women stay at the crib. Boom, boom, boom. Men go out there and bring home the bread. Right? So now that we here and women have gotten in better positions to bring home the bread, if you bringing home the bread, but you don't want to trust your kid and date the same circumstances on why women, you know what I mean? Why not? Now, mind you, I'm not necessarily advocating for it. I'm just saying I ain't got no issue with it.
I mean, if that's your game, you got it. I'm gonna stay in my lane and my
whatever floats your boat, you know. But I mean, look, sometimes, I think it serves both parties. If you got a healthy balance, what I am in concern of, especially when you look at the black community, and it's become this, is a mass majority of men being dependent on women. It's across the masses. Now, I've seen it play out personally in a lot of dudes' lives. A lot of times it's because the father's out of the home, and all they know is to be around women. They were raised around women. That's all they know. That's all they know to depend on. So it's way deeper than just men being lazy.
Yeah. I guess that's what I've responded to.
Yeah. Men being, like, oh, But nah, for the dudes that can get out there and go to work, you know, some dudes are just lazy though. I'm not gonna cap with you on that. You know, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If I get to a certain age, and I just keep running across women that's just making 50 times more than me,
you gonna get you a sugar mama.
The universe is telling me something. The universe is telling me something. The creator God is telling me something. He's telling me something. He's like,
stay at home.
Just like, look, maybe you thought you was going to be this. That's not you. Your power is here. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you don't run. That don't mean you ain't the G of the house.
True.
You know what I mean? You want to establish that. You still want to be the the head of the household, but you can do that without making all the money.
True.
I believe. You know, but unfortunately, you know, money.
Not how it is.
Yeah. It's not how. You know, I'm gonna be real with you. I could. At one point, I could never see myself being in a relationship, because in my mind, money controlled the relationship. So if she made more money, then
I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah, but you know, that's just not how it is. That's just not how life is these days. You know, so you know, so we talk about money. We talk about non-negotiables. Oh, what was another
more questions?
There was one more. Hold on.
Oh gosh, I'm nervous.
It was another one. I actually got a couple of. Had got a couple of good ones.
Oh man. Okay.
I had got a couple of good ones. Hold on.
I'll be as real as I can.
I mean, you know.
Can't tell all our secrets.
Why?
Not really.
Why do women say they're okay when they're really not okay?
I'm trying to think back to the times where I said I'm fine when I'm not fine.
Mm-hmm.
Some might think that y'all may not be able to handle all the emotions that are going to come with us telling us why we're not okay. Or
that rings true a lot of time.
Or we may not want to talk about it right then.
But which one is more common?
We don't think you guys are going to handle y'all zone out after we.
Or what? I like what you said.
Active listening.
Active listening, or you may not like the answer that we have.
True.
It may just be a thing of you're not being sensitive enough.
Or if she's a wise woman, she's going to figure out the real reason why she's upset, and not because you didn't load the dishwasher. It could be something different, or I don't know. We never know. Could be something else that happened 2 weeks ago that she didn't talk about.
And that's because how are we supposed to know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, usually I would challenge my dudes to be more attentive in that way. Like, yo, you got to know. I gave up because I don't be knowing.
Or just ask, like, is it, like, I want to know, but if you're not okay with sharing, I'm okay.
It's not okay, though.
To say what? If you're not ready to share yet.
That's not okay.
What you mean it's not okay?
Because you still feel that energy.
I know.
It's not
but
okay.
If you're not ready to talk, and you sure don't want the
But
angry...
it goes one or two ways, right? Because either a dude is going to bug you for the answer, or
she'll get me even more mad.
He going to fall all the way back.
And then she's going to be like, well,
you didn't care about my feelings. And it's like...
Oh, but I asked.
I tried. Yeah, I tried.
You just got to communicate. Like, hey, like, I'm going to give you your space.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to know what's wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, man. Let's just say that.
Okay.
They say fine. Like, I realize that you're not okay, but I'm gonna give you your space.
Right.
And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say that'd be a good answer for y'all.
Okay. All right, let's see. One more. Why is it so hard for y'all to pick somewhere to eat?
Y'all know we got like hormonal things going. We may want something sweet, but then ice cream may sound better. But we know we need to eat dinner. And then at that, we just, all hope is lost. And so we push it back on you guys.
All right. So here's my thing about that.
Sometimes we really don't have anything. There's a moment in time where.
But here's the thing though. Women, y'all can't tell us what y'all want to eat, but y'all can tell us what y'all don't want to eat. How that work? How that work?
I don't know. Maybe it's a counterintuitive way to let you guys lead by saying,
"Wow, that's bogus."
Is it bogus?
That's bogus.
If
that's
I
game.
say, if you're like, what color?
What
color you want?
Y'all not interested
and
in
I'm
us
like,
leading.
I don't know, but I definitely do not want blue, pink, or purple.
Y'all not interested.
You could pick from all of these.
Y'all not interested in us leading. Y'all can't make up y'all minds.
There's just times where we just really, like you said earlier, we just don't know. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we just don't know. But if you guys suggest something and we're like thinking about eating at that restaurant and what we like to eat there, and you're like, nah, that ain't it. Keep guessing. So I'd say that's our track. If we really don't know, when you throw out something, we're like, nah.
All right.
I know. We say, you choose the place. Surprise us. Yeah. You just gotta keep. Yeah, I know.
Are you cool with Hot Boy Summers?
Y'all gonna get unfollowed if I see that mess. Nobody got time for that. Hot Boy Summer.
It can't be Hot Boy Summer. Cold guy winter.
I better not see. Nobody Speedos. No.
Dang.
What else they got? How would y'all?
Look, I don't know what these dudes are.
How would y'all thirst trap? What would be your definition of thirst trapping? I think we got them, ladies.
Nah.
No. Okay. Oh, now his response.
I don't know how to thirst trap, so I don't know.
Well, what have you seen to say like, that?
I mean, yeah, the typical, like, just got out of the gym, muscle stuff. Yeah, that's usually, I think that's the number one thing.
Tops.
Tank tops or flashing like money.
Shirtless. Okay.
Right. I think. Yeah, some guys do that to, thirst trap.
So showing off.
But some dudes don't do thirst trapping with the physical.
How do they thirst trap?
Some dudes thirst trap up here. I can't give away all the...
What? No, you got on.
No. I can't. Come on now. She thought she was going to get me to give away the keys. I've given enough already.
That's okay.
I can't, it's not, I'm telling her, I can't, all right. A lot of women, they love good conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, if you have a particular, dudes that have a particular confidence in the way they communicate, in the way they say things, eye contact, these different things. Mm-hmm. If you've seen the movie Hitch, he was on to something. All those different things is his own form of thirst trapping, especially if they know they don't have the body of Idris Elba. They don't got Michael Ealy's eyes. Yeah, you gotta reel it up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. But a lot of dudes intellectually know, like, yo, I can pull any woman that I want. can't compete physically. That's the importance about knowing your lane and being comfortable with the box that you're in. I'm cool with the box that I'm in. I'm good with that. I'm tall. I'm slim. I'm just me. I'm cool. That ain't hot to everybody. That's fine. All right. What rim can I shoot at? 100%. I don't like to take L. So I'm going to just go for, what work or what presents itself. This is what it is. But a lot of dudes, they just shoot for the stars. I was actually just talking to my mans the other day. I said, yo, because I've been peeping some moves that he been making. To my friends here, I see what y'all doing, man. I watch everything. I see everything. I don't comment on everything, but I watch everything. But he took the time to call me the other day. And when he listened to this, he know who he is. He took time to call me the other day. He was about to get off the phone. I said, wait. I said, what's up, man? What's up with you? He said, what with you? So, I asked him about, a couple of his moves, like on Facebook here, popping up here, whatever. Because I see the game, I see the play. One of my biggest pet peeves on planet Earth is when somebody insults my intelligence. He began to insult my intelligence like I didn't know the game he was running. I said, bro, I see it. I said, listen, I see the game, I see what you're doing, but I'll tell you that she's dangerous. It's not a tree you want to go barking up. You ain't really even a type like that. I'm not saying I discourage you. I'm just saying, yeah, you'll get the number. You may be able to get the data and this, that, and the third, but it's not going to go how you think it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? Now, she bad. She look good. I give her that. But knowing him and knowing her, I told her she's too dangerous for you. It's a savage. You ain't got enough savage in you to deal with that, right? So of course, he like, man, you my boy, I appreciate you, but I don't. You making me want to try to shoot towards that goal. I said, bro, all right. But most guys think like that. They think, I can. He told me this physically out of his mouth. Yeah. I can pull any woman that I want to. Wow. I said, you absolutely right. You can pull, and she gonna pull you right back. You think you got control, and then you don't. Any dude can pull. Any man can pull any woman. Can get the attention. It's true. But do you win the war? You got the battle, but did you win the war? A lot of dudes lose the war. And I told him, you're going to lose that war. And it's going to be a short one. It ain't even going to be long. It's going to be a quick one. You're going to look up. It's going to be like, man, I can't stand her now. You lost.
Well.
You know what I mean? So a lot of dudes walk around feeling like, I personally am not one of those guys. I don't really feel like I can just pull anything out of the sky. I know my limits. I know my limitations. But a lot of dudes do feel like that. But again, that's just our ego. That's that pride, man. Yeah. Dudes have a lot of that. A lot of that. Do you think that women have the same equal amount of ego and pride that men do? And they just don't show it?
When it comes to pulling...
Oh, just in
I would say yeah, to be honest. Because some women, they desire that attention, or they think because they get that attention, that's what makes them, But just from my personal perspective, attention from a guy is nice. That's cool, but that's not the be all end all. Like, what happens after that? Like, oh yeah, you got their attention, but what else? Then you get bored and you move on to the next person, and it's a vicious cycle. Yeah, it's called being a millennial.
You was either raised in the 70s, doing your thing, or you a millennial now. You was either a hippie or you a part of the social media era.
I would say yes, we do.
That's good. That's good to know. Because again, it's a game.
But then it gets too dangerous, and women start shooting their shots. Do you think it's okay for women to shoot their shots? Ooh.
You know, I can appreciate any woman that's willing to shoot her shot. I can appreciate that. I think that's okay for every woman on planet Earth except Talia Haven Burrell. Every woman could do that. Do what you do. Talia Haven Burrell cannot shoot her shot at anybody.
I hope she hears this when she gets older.
I hope she does too.
And or watch it.
You know what I'm saying? She a handful now. She a boss now. And we gonna keep it that way. We not.
But just women in general.
Oh, women in general.
Like,
yeah. Do your thing. Shoot your shot. Look, I'm about confidence. I'm about the long game.
But you hear so many people, they're like, telling women don't do it because it reverses the pursuit.
Hey, listen, that's the game. I enjoy the game. I enjoy the intellectual. I love the games growing up. I loved video games, Candyland, Monopoly, Sorry, every board game, Clue. I enjoy the game. So if women think they got enough game to keep up with the fellas, please jump in that river. See if you can swim. Just don't get mad when we got to pull you up when you drowning.
Oh, no.
I've told a bunch of women, don't try to play that. Don't try to jump in this river with dudes. It's not going to go how you think it's going to go.
Yeah.
I don't care how many dudes you got a W over. It's going to take that one dude that's going to hand you a smooth L. Your confidence is going to be shaken for 5 years. We won.
5 years.
We won. Am I lying? The women confidence not be shaken up after
5 years.
At least for like
I was thinking like
year.
5 weeks.
At least a year.
He said 5 years.
At least a year. Like women get in a relationship with the right dude that's not going for all their shenanigans, not going for all their foolishness, don't need them as much as the last 5 dudes did. Realize that they met a bigger savage than them, and next thing you know, they out of the game, posting a bunch of memes on how you can't trust men. You was just playing that same game a year ago. Now you mad, you salty, you a lemon, you sour.
Ooh.
Like, so, yeah, women shoot your shot. Look, again, I'm for equal opportunity because I'm for the game. I'm for the competition.
Be prepared for the outcome.
Man, listen,
Good or
I'm for
bad.
the competition. You think you can jump in any boat? Please swim. Like, try to jump in that boat. Try to do what men do. It never works because it just wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
You said 5 years.
In 5 years, they be down. They shook. They didn't. You know, they just let themselves go. Yeah, they just. They got that one dude that hurt them. Trying to exclude the 10 dudes that they hurt before that. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this as a savage myself. I'm saying this.
Oh, okay.
Like not in a savage, not a savage in the sense that I don't value women, because there are some savages that don't value women. I value women. At the same time, you can't play mind games with me. I know better. You try to play mind games. You try to play the game of, I'm not going to show you no attention, and you're going to lose.
Yeah. Someone tried that, and I was like, well, okay.
It's right. And then it did throw for, they not respond. Bro, go ahead. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous, a game. So, Ryan, I'm all for the game. I'm for W's and losses, you know. For any woman that thinks she can compete with a guy in any form of fashion, in any space of life, I welcome that. Just don't be mad when you get handed an L. And I tell my fellas the same thing. Don't jump out here. Like I told my guy, she a savage. You think you a savage. She a savage. She gonna take you. She gonna reshape your whole way of thinking. She gonna have you she gonna have you posting sad memes on Instagram, bro. You got confidence, build on that. Don't you can get your whole confidence shaken by one woman. Women are dangerous. Some women are dangerous enough to do it.
True. I think at a certain level, all women are dangerous, depending on how far you push them. But there's levels of
dangerous. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Mm-hmm. Some women don't got a dangerous bone in their body, and it shows.
Are you sure?
I'm just talking.
If they do, they'd probably try not to.
Yeah, I'm just talking.
Hurt the person.
I'm just talking. Them be them same women that You see on Netflix, I Am a Killer. It's no balance of savage. Is they the nicest person on earth, or they just got to slicing you up after 10 years of doing whatchamacallit. Yeah, man. I'm about a healthy sport. You know, of course, you got different parameters that you got to follow and based on what you believe in. You know, religion-wise, your culture, your standards, what you believe, like your morals, your ethics, all those play a part. But once you got all of those in check and you know what you stand on and you know what you are and what you're not going for,
that's your foundation to shoot from.
Bro, game on, bro. Game on. Like, you don't go to main event to not win stuff. Who go to main event to pay to not win stuff? You know what I mean? I just don't like that men and women don't like to acknowledge that it is a game. It's all a game. It's all a game. I'm just gonna be the one to tell you, like, yeah, it's a game.
It's a game.
It's just a game.
Even when they say they're not playing a game, it's a game.
When a dude tell you he's not playing a game.
When a woman tells you I don't play no games.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I don't play no games. But what about women like yourself who's just welcome and nurturing? Is that a game? Is that part?
Oh, is that a game?
Not for you personally, but you know, like, right? No. So most women that's welcoming.
I've had to learn how to create boundaries.
Dial back.
Because So it's not like, oh, well, if I'm interested in someone, they need to know that I treat them different from any other person that I know for the opposite sex. So I've had to learn that because you're like, hey, like, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. But I got to change the way I interact. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, well, how are they going to know that I like them if I treat everybody the same?
But that's a game. That's the game.
No, it's not. That's just to let them know that I am interested in them.
You on your DJ Khaled stuff. You special. You important. You're different.
It's that cloth top.
That's a game in itself.
That's not a game.
I can't give you the side hug like I give everybody else. You get a front one.
That is me pushing everyone back. So we're like, oh.
Ryan, that's not game.
That's not game.
Cap.
Hey, man.
Cap.
So far, there's no one I've treated differently. So.
Cap. Ryan, I'm going to tell you something right now. If I see you give 7 side hugs and you choose one particular dude to give a front hug to, I know something. I know something.
From the top of the balcony, I know something.
I know something. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to mention it. I just let it play out. I'm one of those. I'm not going to ask no questions. I'm going to just... Oh, he got a front hug. I see what's going on over here.
No game.
Brian,
that's to let them know that without saying it, I'm also interested in you. It's not recording.
But I'm saying it's not game. That's just my regular look. Like that's not game.
No, I don't think that's game.
Ooh,
I don't look at that as a game. Me playing a game is like me seeing you in the room, and I choose to not say something first because I don't want to seem too.
Fellas, you heard it. You heard it, fellas.
I'm gonna look the other way. Guys do it too, and then the other person feels hurt and whatever. I don't know. It's just
guys do that
just
too.
A lot. To me, that's just
guys still do that.
They still do that. There are people that still do that. I'm like, wow.
Maybe I just don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to be too excited. Like,
word?
Why?
I see a lot of excited dudes though, man. I see a lot of dudes that be excited to be in that room, be like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
She is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk.
I'm gonna go say
hello. And I'm the guy that like, bro, relax. What you doing?
And what'd you say? Let her come to you.
Facts.
See, a game. Nobody got time.
Right. What did I say at the beginning? I'm cool with the game. I'm probably the only person that's gonna acknowledge that it's the game. I'm cool with it. I'm with it. If I can coach if I can coach my brothers up north to success,
would you say mine's a game? My.
She been on that. She been over there the whole time. Yes.
My theory is a game.
Are we really bringing me into this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If she gives 7 side hugs and 1 front hug, is that not a game? Is that not game?
That might be game.
All right, thank you. Thank you. It's for my brothers up north.
I can't even. That might be game. But okay.
Pull off that jack, man.
There's a caveat with Ryan though.
Oh no! Don't personalize it. Don't personalize it.
But you asked for me, a woman like me.
I'm
the only woman like me.
Ryan. Look, Ryan is rare. Okay, she's rare.
Thanks, man.
Agreed.
Appreciate it.
Your genuineness and her intentions and motives behind things, I would say 7 side hugs and 1 front hug. It's probably not as questionable as the average or general woman. So
Fair enough.
if I was looking out and I was like noticing this girl, like noticing Ryan, like I'd be like watching her all the time and like, she just gave all them dudes side hugs and then gave him a full hug. Oh, what they got going on? That's what a person, a bystander would probably think. That's 100% game. 100% game. Oh, she cute. Okay.
Right.
Okay, side hug.
Right.
Oh, that must be the person that she. Oh, they got something going on. Okay.
Yeah.
But then some people would try to break that up. You got to. It's still like a
And
challenge.
I'm also thinking, like, who's she giving a side hug to and front hug to? If the front hug is like,
If it's all like.
somebody that doesn't know Ryan will probably peep at his game. So overall, it's probably game.
It is game. She not gonna say it. I'ma say it. It's game.
It's not game.
It's game. You're one of the sweetest people I know, and 99.9% of that is genuine. That .111111111.
No, don't give me.
Savage.
What's that song? Savage. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
So everyone has their level of dangerous. So maybe I'm 1%, but that's not that. Just that I described is not game.
No,
that's not what I perceive as
that's
game.
super dangerous.
That's
I'm gonna
just
tell
me
you.
being
No. That's one of the most dangerous of them all. You see, a woman that wears emotions on her sleeve is not that dangerous, because we see the move before it gets there. At least we know what you're coming with, right? But a woman that's sweet like yourself, or like Carmel, is just happy-go-lucky and just cool. You don't really know what's going on. You don't really know what's going on up here in the medulla. So it's dangerous because it's like I can't really call them moves. You see a woman that just you've seen it. You know what she. All right, we got that. Cool. I know how to plan for that. It's the ones that you don't know how to game plan for, because they just so sweet. It's just no woman in the world that's the women that remind you of your mammy are the most dangerous ones. They dangerous because you waiting for them to snap at any moment. You waiting for them to just show you something. It's almost like it's too good to be true.
She crazy.
She gotta be in some form of fashion. That's why a lot of dudes like the run. Is the moment of danger. A woman could have checked out.
Why are you running?
the woman could have checked all the boxes from February to November.
Danger.
December, the moment it's like, bro, she got crazy on me. I'm out. I can't. I knew it was something. Same thing with women do with dudes. I get it all the time. There's got to be a different layer to you. It's like, nah.
If people would listen to me, I talk like this to everybody.
That's a fact. That's a
So
fact. It amazed me that you actually asked me that last week. If you came off intimidating, that actually amazed me.
Yeah, my coworkers. Oh Lord, they wild, man.
I was like, yo, I wouldn't even.
They're wild.
Dangerous.
But they know that even though I'm sweet, like I'm no pushover, and so that's why they think that I'm intimidating. Like, don't let the sweet tone fool you, because I will politely put you in your place without saying one lick of a curse word. And I'm like, oh.
The way you just said that was polite. It's kind of crazy. The way you just said that, I will politely put you in you. And I felt that. Like, it wasn't even like you had to say it in a hard way. It's like, you the mom that the kids don't want to disappoint.
Well, that'd be nice.
You know what I'm saying? Son, I'm disappointing you. I just, you get some parents, they got to physically put hands on you for you to get the point. And you got some parents that's just like, you got some parents that's just like, it's like Cliff Huxtable. Just the mere fact that this man is disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I got told I was gonna be one of those parents. Like, Raheem, you're not gonna put your hand. You're not gonna have to put your hands on your kids. You're just one of those people that your kids gonna be like,
they gonna feel
yeah,
eyes looking at them.
son, I'm disappointed in you. Dad, don't be But I mean, I hope I'm that. I'm hope I'm that parent. I'll throw him out the window, G.
I only said no to my mom once, and that was when I was 2, and I remember that.
Word? That's crazy.
Never again.
I can't remember half the beatings. I can't remember half the reasons I got beatings. I know half. One half of it was because of Khalid. Khalid, if you ever meet my little brother, he's forever.
I've met him.
He's forever in debt to me. What happened? You got an embarrassing story, Khalid?
No. But I have met him.
Oh, I know what that means. Dang.
Hey,
man.
little bro.
Relax, Khalid. You gotta relax. Yeah, half my beatings was because of him. That's why he's forever in my debt. Because I ain't no snitch.
Well, yeah.
But, I mean, women like yourself are dangerous, man.
I guess.
I'm here to put my brothers on, so I'm happy you came through.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We gotta definitely have you on more episodes. You seem comfortable here.
It's fun.
You seem comfortable. I like that you gave a good balance. You fought for women, but you gave the dude some perspective as well.
I'll give y'all's credit
when
it's due.
That's cool. We don't deserve a lot of it, but we'll take it. Most of my dogs are savages. We don't deserve a lot of credit. I be trying to hold my guys down, but man, it's like, bro, it's hard to hold you down, man.
You hold it down.
I'm trying to. So, give the people Instagram where they can reach you at.
You want my personal one or the business one? Hey, man, if you want to follow both, y'all go ahead.
Somebody might want to shoot their shot now.
Is rib_of_man.
Right.
Then my business one is _Ryan Marie_. So.
Thank you.
Hey, man.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure having
you on.
It's been great. All right. You already know where to follow us at Reach Over Culture on Instagram. We also on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Leave comments and reviews on the show. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And if you're interested in sponsoring the show, make sure you email us at reachoverculture@gmail.com. Peace and blessings to all, and we'll see you on the next episode.